So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in with your girl. Thanks for tuning in. Look, thanks for tuning in. And I thank myself for tuning in too, being in tune. Right here, I'm analyzing this Egyptian papyrus painting illustration of Blue Lotus Flower. A quick backstory is this painting, I was attracted to it. I seen it it was donated. And the place where I went to pick up donated furniture, you know, they had like different type of stuff in there to decorate your house. I had just moved into this place. And and basically I seen this painting, and when I seen it, I was immediately attracted to it. It just be like that for me, like what I need to pay attention to, what I need to know, it comes to my awareness, it comes to me. And then it's like I pay attention at the time, but not at a certain degree. Like over time, it reveals to me what it is, but it's like presented to me. Like, so I got the painting, and then now I learned about the Blue Lotus Flower, and now I can see that on the painting. I couldn't see what was on the painting because I was not aware of the Blue Lotus Flower in my awareness, in my conscious awareness at the moment, at that time. But then this one day, the painting fell. And Zion, he said that he was walking up the stairs. We were cleaning, and the broom accidentally knocked it down. And he actually hid it inside of this, like a clothes hamper. And then I was calling, like one day I walked and I was like, where's the picture frame? I don't see it. Like my attention was like, where is that? And then I made an announcement in the house, and I asked what happened to it, and Zion responded and told me what happened. And then I was like, oh well, like why didn't you just tell me it happened? Or like, why did you stuff it in here? Right now, as I'm reflecting, I feel like maybe he felt that I would be really upset because of the sentiment, like because of what it is, you know, and it's mine. So that's something for me to reflect on too, and like just to sit with that medicine and review how I can communicate with Zion in a way where he won't feel that way, or that he can come to me with it without trying to hide it. So that's something that I need to address with him, and like, or just open up that, address that in energy, like in action, in my behaviors, like initiate that safe space. And so, back to the story though. I It was part of it though too, because that's actually part of the story. Because it's like, if he didn't knock it down, I wouldn't have my awareness brought to this painting, to where I looked at it and I was like, what the, this is a blue lotus, this has blue lotuses on this painting right here on my wall that I have. Wow. And it's just like, these things just came to me. But I didn't know the importance of it until it got knocked down off of the wall. And that happened. But I did know, well, I don't want to get on into that. So let's say focus here. At least you guys can see how my brain be operating. So, but it's all necessary. It's all pieces to the puzzle that we're putting together. And the more gentle we are with ourselves, with the process of us, being okay with stumbling on our words, or like piecing it, like not being able to see the full picture to communicate and translate what it is that we're actually seeing, or trying to translate something that it's not clear to us yet. So I feel like I had to live life a little bit to actually see things at face value, the value of the value, or of what it is. It reveals to me clarity, growth and clarity. Now I'm able to see that there's blue lotuses here, and this particular painting. It feels, and actually I want to express this and say how I feel about just like the energy here, and it's beautiful. There's a couple here. They look like royalty. They look like they're together, and they look like powerful beings, dominant in who they are, and their position, and focus, and family. It looks like me in my past life. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I had a thought. It triggered a thought, and it made me think like, okay, what if because I've had these thoughts before, and it's like I wrote notes to myself, like I knew that I needed it at that, for now, It's like I wrote a note in 2017. I took notes or something, or I wrote something down, and then in 2021 I find it, and it's like a note to my future self. It's a note to myself at that present moment, but it's like my future self, because my past self wrote that, and now my present self is reading it in the future from, compared to that past. And I feel like this type of energy, when I look at this, like, I feel like I painted this, because when I look at it and I really just feel into it, I feel like it reveals itself to me. Like, I don't have to study it and try to like really dissect it. I just observe and sit with it. Like my sister expressed earlier, she was like, I was saying like, maybe I should bring this painting with me because we're sharing Blue Lotus. And then she suggested like, well, maybe you should sit with it a little bit longer. And at the time I was like, maybe I didn't all the way agree. Maybe it's because my ego wanted to just bring it. But my soul was like, yeah, there's more to be revealed. As you live life, life reveals to you what it is that you need to know and understand. And that's pretty much what was going on. And so I came back to it. We had an event, and we had the event. We shared cacao and Blue Lotus together with others and held space, sacred space, and and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I kind of felt like initiation too, like another initiation. There's multiple initiations, um, but it's like there's multiple levels in initiation, and so initiation, activation, sensation, imagination, breaking through stagnation. All right, all right, all right. Okay. All right, let's stay focused. So basically, I'm just seeing more and more the importance of being present and allowing things to reveal itself, right? And knowing who you are so you can move forward after reviewing the information that you've got, that you received. And you move forward sure in certainty of what you're doing because you know who you are and you're observing the information that's been revealed to you and observing what's revealed to you after that's revealed to you and then making your decisions accordingly based off of like the visions you see and how you feel. And so like Blue Lotus came to my awareness. And when I came to my awareness, I didn't really like I guess I didn't really pay attention to it too much. Like I knew that it was powerful, but I knew it was a powerful medicine, but I didn't really know. And I didn't really know like to what degree or what the importance of it, was. And I didn't know the importance of it. And I just feel like that's kind of how life is, But this life experience, life lesson helped me to see how to be and how to allow things to reveal itself to me and move from inspired action from my soul space and develop that mechanism, that behavior, that structure for myself of being used to trusting and honoring my internal navigation system and investing in those visions and inclinations and hints that my internal navigation system reveals to me, through different signs and synchronicities in the physical world realm. And so I want to get into explaining this lotus flower painting that I've seen that I have and that I'm seeing right now, looking at, and how I feel that like the energy just like I feel like I painted this. And each day in my life that I'm living, it's revealing to me certain things of my like of what to finish, what to complete, of the missing pieces, you know, how to connect them and where they go, and to not rush the process. To acknowledge and respect what's been being revealed and what's revealed. And um it's beautiful. So let me get into it. I pretty much was just like looking at it and just being in awe. But there's lotus flowers, and I was talking about this. Okay, let me say focus. There's lotus flowers. There's birds here, right? Some type of birds, and the birds, they have a nest, and then they have eggs, and then there's birds that are depicted flying, and then another one looks like it's diving. To me, what came up was like ducks at that time, the animals at that time. But it's like they look like some type of duck animal, and it looks like they are trying to build a home and a nest, and I don't know, possibly eat the plants, but maybe just nest there, and on top of the lilies, like, and it looks like that for this royal for these royal counterparts. It looks like it's their crop, like they are farming it or like growing it. It looks like the blue lotus flower belongs to them. Like it's their crop and they're growing it, and they're trying to ward off the birds that's trying to make their home there and make it their home and make it their nest. And so it shows the feminine counterpart pointing at the flowers, and her finger is more directly in the range of pointing at the male bird and the female bird inside of a nest. And it looks like what it's signaling is that she's pointing at them and looking at her counterpart, and she's looking at them like the pointing at the bird, saying like, oh well, look at the birds are over there mating and nesting in our garden, mating and nesting in the flowers, in the lilies, in the lotus flower. And so she has a bow and arrow in her hand. Wow. She has a bow and arrow in her hand. And when you look at the counterpart, he has a bow and arrow in his hand and he's ready. It's like she's passing off the bow and arrow to him to protect the crop and make the birds go away, stop them from mating in their crop. And so she's passing it to him, and she's passing to him in one like pose, and then the next pose is like he's actually like locked and loaded, you know, like he's cocked back with his bow and arrow, about to shoot the bird. And then you look over and you see that there is a bow and arrow. There's two bow and arrows striking the birds, and the it shows that he got the bird, that he killed the bird. The bird fell down. He's protecting their crop. And there's a cat next to him, right next to him, as he's like protecting the birds. But he's kind of like sitting down. It looks like a chair, a seat. They're seats that they're sitting on. It's like the seat he's sitting on. And right next to him is like his trusty companion, but it's like a cat. It looks like a cat. So I'm not sure if it's like a cat dog. I don't know, but it looks like a cat. But it slightly looks like a dog. It looks more so like a wild cat though. And like this wild cat is like, what came to me was like, and I'll do my research more and see, and it will just allow for the divine to reveal to me what is it that I need to see. Allow what needs to be allowed, right, for me to see. And so, like, it's like the cat. So this theory, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, nowadays they have the dog as, you know, the man's best friend, right, quote unquote, like the white man. That's not me saying that. That's just me, you know, basically describing society. And so they have like the dog. But here, these melanated beings, it's like they have the wild cats, you know? And I feel like we have to think about too, this is their timing. At that timing, the certain animals in a certain terrain, a certain type of biochemistries, a certain type of atmosphere, it affects the environment, like the beings, the living organisms in that atmosphere, right? And so I feel like at that time there's these they have like a cat, a strong looking cat, like a, you know, like and they're like back in those times, they always I guess they stress the fact that a cat is very sacred. You know, the cat was very sacred to them. And if anybody hurt the cat or try to kill the cat, they would kill that person. Or that person would die too. They would kill that person. So you couldn't hurt cats or kill cats or anything like that. They treated cats like family and royalty, right? And so when you look at nowadays and you see how their structure is here, in this timeline and previous timelines, throughout, you know, these previous timelines, you'll see that they'll say like the dog is a man's best friend. And So that's like in like and like dogs are like treated like humans, you know. If you kill a dog, you hurt a dog, they gonna kill you, or they gonna do something to you like that, you know. And so it's like that's an interesting factor. That's an interesting observation right there that came up that I wanted to share with y'all. But back to the description of the energies and in the paint in this particular painting is there's also, I didn't get all into this part where there's a bird. Wow, interesting. So there's a bird next to the counterpart though. It's like he has vision and sight. Higher vision, higher sight. He's not killing the birds from a space of like ravage or like trying to offset the balance, the natural balance of an order and law of things. He's protecting his right to exist and his family and doing his part. And this bird that's guiding him is guiding him to do that, guiding him to like have a keen sight, as to like royally protect his family and their crop, their tidings. There is something that the bird is holding, but I'm not really sure what that is. I can't really see at this moment. But I do see that the divine counterparts, they have these crowns on their head. They do have their head wrapped up. I know that it was hot too, but they have their crowns on. And there's like the serpent. For him, he has one snake, but when I look at her, it looks like she has a double-headed snake on her crown. And then there's like things on top of it on her head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Seven ordeals. 7 days. Creation. Activation. Direction. Source. She's looking at him and she's like guiding him what to do too. And the bird is like talking to him and telling him like, yeah, yep, do that. Ashe, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. or should I say this rising, because it's 2 a.m. at this time right now. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, tuning in, for whoever may hear this. If you ever hear this, I appreciate you spending time with me and my higher self, all my selves. I'll say my integrated selves. Thank you for sharing space with us and allowing us to share this vision. I appreciate y'all. So much love. And y'all, Venus Sublime.